Absolutely. We're at the Labor Party after-party event, if you will. This was supposed to be a scene of jubilation. Most certainly isn't right now. We saw just yesterday that Labor had a 2-point lead in the polls that carried over to this morning. And so people were quietly confident in this room and within the Labor Party that indeed they would be forming the next government. Things have not turned out that way at all. In fact, we've seen a huge swing in Queensland specifically that I think really was the death knell for the Labor campaign. And in fact, small swings to far-right parties like One Nation and Clive Palmer's United Australia Party as well. And Clive Palmer put in up to $60 million, $50 million. He's a mining billionaire magnate into just winning seats in the Senate and also dismantling Labor's campaign in Queensland. And it really has proved effective. So there's a lot of questions here that need answering as to how Labor lost this election and a Prime Minister who's not really that popular managed to hold on to power.
Seem to be a lot of questions indeed after these election results coming out. But Soraya, you're talking there a little bit about a move towards far-right parties and them gaining more support in Australia. What do you think the reasons are behind this?
Well, that's a very, very good question, and a lot of people tonight are already saying this is really a sad indication of the state of Australian politics, that people would vote for a government, a coalition that does have anti-immigration policies, anti-refugee policies, has promised or indeed has frozen the intake levels of refugees in Australia. There are thousands of refugees languishing in places like Indonesia who Australia is preventing from seeking asylum here, even though they've been determined to be refugees. All these sorts of far-right policies that have been peddled by the coalition government, but also these far-right parties just driving hysteria around the country. And unfortunately, some of those campaigns really do seem to be effective.
We did hear a little bit earlier from the Labor Party leader conceding defeat. He also said that he's most likely not going to run again in the next Labor election. What more did he have to say?
Absolutely. Bill Shorten ran a campaign where he was all about policy, just policy, what they were going to do for the future, vote for change, vote for the Labor Party, a very different campaign from his opponent, Scott Morrison. But we saw that the Labor Party has been defeated. They're not going to form a government, and Bill Shorten has also now stepped down as head of the Labor Party. He spoke just a short time ago.